Are you a mother or a parent and you're trying to balance entrepreneurship and motherhood? Well, in today's video, I'm going to tell you my 4S system to balance, if that's a word, being a mom, not just a mom, but an amazing, incredible mom that has incredible relationships with her children, and also a very powerful, strong, confident, and successful, profitable business woman. If you have not subscribed, you know what to do. Subscribe by hitting the bell, and you will get notified every week when one of these juicy videos drops every Thursday. Hey, you are watching Amanda Moxley TV, and this is the place for the hottest tips, tools, trainings, and how-tos. I'm so happy you're here, and I'll see you in the show. So let's get into the 4 S's. So I am a mom, just like many of you watching, and I have 2 beautiful children. And the first S is to understand that there are seasons. There are seasons to motherhood. You know, there's a season when you're getting ready to birth your baby and you're learning about birth. And then there's a season when they're an infant, and then they're toddlers, and then they're crawling, and they're walking, and then now they're in preschool, and now they're in kindergarten, now they're in school, and now they're going through that 7-year-old change and that 9-10 change. Like, there are seasons and cycles to our children, and we know that there are phases, there are seasons, and we don't need to be attached or think that, oh, in this season we have to do it perfectly or beat ourselves up. Just understand, take the pressure off yourself and understand these seasons and cycles. What I would strongly recommend is having intentions for the seasons. We just finished out our winter season where it was every Saturday morning I was up at 6:30 getting the kids up to their ski team. And that was a season. Like, we had 6 days on of season, right? And then there's seasons where now we're moving into the summer season where I've got to get all their camps organized and what kind of summer do we want to have. So set the intention for the season that you want. How do you want to feel in this season? How do you want to parent? What kind of time, what kind of activities, what do you want this season to feel like? So set intention, honor these seasons and cycles for the first S. The second S is systems. You really want to have systems in every part of your business, and also as a mom, right? So as a mom, systems are what saved me. And what the systems that I would recommend would be systems otherwise known as rituals and rhythms that you can integrate and teach your kids about. Think about the time where you really get to connect with your kids. So for me, that time is the bedtime. I love that bedtime. I love that time where everything is calmed down and we're just focusing on our love and our snuggles and our reading and our books and really connecting. And so that would be one thing. That's a really good system. But at the same time, I know that first thing in the morning, I do not do well if I have not put the oxygen mask on myself. I honestly do. I strongly dislike being woken up by my children. I prefer to get up on my own. So that's why I set up a system to wake up at least an hour, if not 2 hours before my kids. So I would recommend that you watch my 5 a.m. getting up at 5 a.m. video. That might be too early for you. I get it. We're all in different seasons, right? But for me in this season, that really works for me. So set up systems that are going to support you in your business and as a mom. One other system I would have you put in place is that you want some transition time. Have you ever noticed that if you're still working and your kids come home and you're really focusing on work and then they come home, you're just not really present with them? So one system I would recommend that you implement as a mom and an entrepreneur is that you actually set up 30-minute system where after, let's say they come home at 4 p.m. or 3:30, that you clock out, you plug down shut down your devices, cut out the work, everything, maybe do an audit of your day, make your plan for the next day, and do that 30 minutes before you come in contact. Like, a lot of times I'll lay down, in my office, I'll put my feet up on the wall, or I'll go outside, take some breaths, and I just try to get into my mom mode. Because it's easy for us to be in charge mode as entrepreneurs. So I hope that tip helps. Set up a system for 30 minutes before you enter into your other role of being a mom and a wife. And the next system I'm going to highly recommend is you set up self-care system for yourself. That looks like massages. That looks like if you want to do your hair and get your hair and your nails done, have girlfriend time, going out to the movies, going on dates with your partner. That kind of thing is really important, because if you're just constant work and constant motherhood and family life, you're going to burn out. So really seed in those self-care days. The third S is support. As a mother, as a businesswoman, and an entrepreneur, you're crazy to think that you're a superwoman, you can do everything. That's a great way to get resentful, to get burnt out, to get angry, to be like, mean mommy. And I want you guys to understand that support is essential. So you want to have support. Where is it that you feel that you need the most support right now in both business and in motherhood? So for me, I'm really blessed that my mom, Donna, if you're watching, she is amazing, and she takes my kids a couple days after school and watches them for me. My husband is also an incredible resource and such a huge help with the kids. And honestly, he's a lot more fun. I mean, I'm fun, but he's a lot more lighthearted and not as like, I want to get stuff done, So they love him, and so I've got him, and I also have a bunch of babysitters that I call on. But this is the season we're in. We don't need like a full-time nanny. We don't need a full-time this or that, but we do have support. So also getting support, I delegate the housekeeping to our housekeepers. And so getting support, I'm about to start delegating, hiring a chef, someone because I really don't like cooking, and neither does my husband very much. And so we want to hire that out so that during that cook time that we can actually be present with our kids. Or we've also tried the system of bringing in those meals like Sunbasket, where it comes to the door and then you prepare it with the family, and that's fun. Fourth S is schedule. So scheduling things. So you want to schedule and pre-plan. For me, this has been one of the hardest things, is juggling all the kids' different schedules. From all their play dates, to the birthday parties, to the sports teams they're on, to the school activities, to the volunteering we have to do, to the scouts, to all the things, the tutors, the viola playing, and the reading tutor, and the math tutor, and the swim lessons, and all this stuff we have. And we actually try to do a lot more simplicity parenting, but they still have a lot. So what I'm going to recommend is I'm a really big fan of the High Performance Planner. And I've been using this for about the last 9 months, and this really helps me organize both personal and business in this planner. What you want to do is you want to create a schedule that works for you. And I have another video which you guys can watch about the 3 ways to chunk your time. Set up a schedule so that you're not always working. So another system I have is I turn off the phone. I put it on airplane mode by 8 p.m. at night so that I'm not distracted by the phone, and I don't turn my phone on until after I've done my whole routine. So I'm not even turning that phone on until 8 a.m. So I take a nice cleanse from the phone and my computer and work, and I'm really focused. Then back to the schedule. On the weekends, I take all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and Friday afternoon off. I don't check my work email. I don't go near my work. I am not work focused. I really try my hardest to drop in and really soak in the ages that my children are. And it's hard because I'm an overachiever, and I love work. I love the creativity. I love learning. I love growth. And yet at the same time, I am in reality that this season of my children's life is not going to be permanent. And I set intentions every morning of how do I want to feel in these relationships with my children. It's not easy always to be present. It can be challenging. No doubt about it. My thing is like being a mom, I want to be a good role model, right? For them, so that they're influenced and they say, that's how I want to be. Like, I want to teach my children who and how to be by me being that great example. And I'm certainly not perfect. We're all in process, not perfection. I hope you guys have gotten some value. I want to hear your tips. I always watch YouTube videos to hear what other mom hacks are out there. Like, how do I balance this all? So let me know if this was helpful. And also just give me your tips too. Let's share, let's build this community and support each other with balancing and having it all in this day and age. And I will see you over at the Moxley Method Speaker Society and Facebook, as well as on Instagram at Amanda J. Moxley. And I appreciate you guys. I will be back here next week for another video. Until then, implement the 4 S's. Motherhood and entrepreneurship. Bye. Do you want to grow a successful business as a speaker? All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training, and I'm going to share with you my entire Moxley method, my mindset, the strategy, the structure, and the system behind my consistent multiple 6-figure business. All you have to do is go to amandamoxley.com/training and sign up today.